Hi guys, welcome back to Airam's Vegan Vida. So on today's video, I'm actually filming a super delicious and easy recipe, which is potato flautas or potato taquitos. You could say it is essentially a rolled up tortilla stuffed with potato inside and with some delicious toppings. You can keep it simple by adding just, lettuce and salsa, but I'm being a little extra today by adding lettuce, my homemade pico de gallo, some vegan cashew creams. I'm gonna make a chipotle cashew cream and a cilantro jalapeño cashew cream alongside my vegan queso fresco that I love making. It's made out of almonds. It is so amazing and delicious. I have previously filmed it in my red enchilada video. I'll link that below if you guys want to make it, but it's not necessary. It just elevates it like a ton. And honestly, potato tacos or taquitos or flautas are like essential in Mexican cooking. My mom always makes tacos dorados de papa or flautas de papa. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye! Alright guys, so I'm going to begin by making the cilantro jalapeno crema. I start off by adding 1 cup of soaked cashews that I soaked overnight, half a cup of unsweet plant milk of your choice. I chose cashew today. Just make sure it's unsweet. 1/4 cup of fresh squeezed lemon, or you can sub for lime. Alongside that, I'm adding 1 teaspoon of salt and 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar for some tartness. Then 2 deseeded jalapeños, but you can double the amount depending on your spice level, and 1 bunch of cilantro. Now that that's all in there, I'm gonna puree this until smooth. I probably pureed this for maybe 2 minutes or so. So depending on what blender you have at home, it's all up to you. And there you have it. You can store this in an airtight container, but I actually have these squeeze bottles, so I chose to pour it into there for the time being while I'm using it. And if I don't use it all today, then I am gonna store it in an airtight container. And there you have it. Okay, so now moving on to the chipotle crema. Same thing, 1 cup of soaked cashews that I soaked overnight, half a cup of unsweet plant milk, same as the other one, cashew, 1 teaspoon of salt, and I'm gonna be adding these chipotle peppers that are in adobo sauce. They are quite strong, so I chose to only add 1. They do add a super smoky flavor, so this is up to you. You can add 2, and 2 fresh garlic cloves, and a squeeze of lime, a good squeeze of lemon, I mean. But I didn't get this on camera for some reason, but add a hefty squeeze of lemon. It really changes this sauce. And I didn't get it on camera again, but I poured it into a squirt bottle that I had. I have 2, and there you have it. Okay, so now moving on to the potato filling. I'm taking 4 medium Idaho potatoes that I actually boiled with the skin on, peeled them, and placed them into this bowl. To that, I'm adding half a cup of vegan melted butter. This is optional, but this is how I always make my filling. I find that it makes it creamier and tastier. This is obviously not like a super healthy recipe. Come on, we're frying tacos. Hello. So then I'm taking my fork and mashing it till smooth, adding 1 teaspoon of black pepper, 1 teaspoon of paprika. I always add paprika for some reason, and I love the taste and color it gives it. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. You can sub for real garlic, but I chose to do this. And at the end, I just added some salt to taste, and there you have it. That is how the filling looks. Now time to roll it up. I took some Guerrero tortillas that are obviously store-bought. You can use any vegan store-bought tortillas. I warmed them up on the comal so that way you can roll the flautas and they don't break. Please don't skip the step. You can also microwave them if you're lazy, but you don't want them to be cold tortillas. And I add a good amount of the potato filling because when you fry it up, some of the potato filling does tend to come out like a tiny bit, and you don't want to lose any of that yumminess, and the more filled, honestly, the better. So this filling actually makes like 30 to 35 flautas. I only made 10 to show you guys how to fry them. So I'm pan frying today, and what I did is pour in some vegetable oil. I put it on medium heat, maybe like 4. My stovetop goes to 6. And I put them all in, only 5 because you don't want to overcrowd. Maybe like a minute to 2 minutes on each side, and then I turn them And yeah, that's really how it is. It's super easy. Make sure you keep a close eye on them. You don't want to leave them alone because these cook rather quickly, because after all, it is pretty hot oil. And once they are pretty crispy and golden, you're going to want to shake off that excess oil. And now you're simply going to set them aside onto a plate that's been lined with paper towels so it could drain off any excess oils. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but a great alternative to this is actually air frying them. I've done it before, so if you don't want to pan fry or deep fry, that works perfectly. And there you have it. That's how they turned out. They are so delicious. The reason why I fried them today is because that's more authentic to my mother's recipe, and voila, they're crispy and golden and delicious. Okay, so for the toppings, I actually made some vegan queso fresco the day before because I used to love putting queso fresco on my flautas. It was like my favorite part. I actually filmed this recipe on my red enchiladas video. I will link it in the description if you want to learn how to make it. It's super easy, super fun, and honestly, look at how real, delicious, and amazing that looks. It's so creamy, it's so salty, and I love it. Okay, so for plating, I'm setting down some of the potato flautas, some of that cilantro, jalapeño crema, some of the chipotle crema. Like I said, you don't have to make these cremas. You can use a store-bought sour cream if you want, but it does elevate it. It's kind of me taking my modern vegan take on my mom's flautas. That's kind of what I like to do with my dishes. I'm also adding some romaine lettuce, some pico de gallo that I made earlier that day. I love pico de gallo literally on any dish, so that's the reason why I'm adding it to my potato flautas. And lastly, I'm adding some of that queso fresco that I showed you guys earlier. And there you guys have it, the finished product. These potato flautas are one of the easier recipes I've ever done on my YouTube channel. It probably took me 30 to 45 minutes from beginning to end. I actually used to make these potato flautas like once a month for quite a while because my old job used to do potlucks like crazy and they were obsessed with them. So I would always make them. At some point, I remember I made like 60 and it was only 9 of us. It was crazy. They would eat them before noon. So that goes to show you these are actually quite delicious, and I've been making them the same way for quite a while. And I hope you guys really enjoy this recipe. And thank you guys so much for all the love. And I hope my mom is proud of this video. Hello, I fried some flautas without burning myself. I remember I used to always ask for her help back when I lived with her. And yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye.